think there's a marker at the trailhead, but I'm going to be doing the Mary's Rock summit starting at the Meadow Spring Trail. Also a second way to get up to Mary's Rock from this point by the Thornton Gap entrance. This is the parking lot, 33.5. Hazel Mountain Road is that marker right there. And we're going over to that one. And then up that way. That's where the trailhead starts down there. And it comes up this way. Keeps going up. This one's marked with a blue blaze, and you can see the parking lot over there. It's a nice little flat section here. The rest of it's probably going to be uphill because we're going to the top of a mountain. The trail is up here. But I noticed this marker down here, so I came to look at it. It says spring here. Can't read what that says because I have to lean over too far. But it is a little water source, kind of dirty looking. There's a fireplace there. It's kind of cool. I guess this is what's left of the foundation, maybe? According to Gut Hook, that ruins down there is actually an old AT cabin or shelter, which is kind of cool. On the not cool side, I'm like barely a mile in and I'm already dying. So that's great. We've reached the point where this trail meets up with the Appalachian Trail. So according to this, that's the Meadow Spring Trail. Skyline Drive is 0.5 miles away. I think that's what this says. Thornton Gap is 2.4 miles. Mary's Rock is 0.6. Can't even read this one. Oh, Birds in the Shelter, 0.7. Can't read the bottom one there. So I can't go 0.5 miles without stopping. But it also is pretty uphill, so maybe I should be a little gentler with myself. So a few glimpses of views off of the trail. These are probably not going to be visible after spring starts. And this section's been pretty flat, which is really nice. It's probably the clearest view that we'll get. This section has been very nice. It's very flat, except for the way that I'm going now. Camping prohibited beyond this point. So that means we're getting close to the turnoff, because the AT doesn't actually go up Mary's Rock, it just gets close to it. Well, this is great. I thought I was almost having a good time, and now I gotta see if I can squeeze under this without falling over. It's kind of cool. Bunch of big rocks. I think Mary's Rock is just up ahead, so that might even be it. Here we are at the turning point. We just came down from there. AT keeps heading this way, and Mary's Rock is 0.1 this way. Got a little bit of a view too. The side of those rocks we were looking at down there. This is almost the view. Let's get a little closer. Oh, there's Thornton Gap. That's one of the ways to get up here. It's a long way down, don't fall. This is a nice little place. It's Wednesday, so it's not super crowded. I've passed a couple people. One guy was asking me if I was a thru hiker, and as of right now I'm not. And he like asked me where I was starting and why I was starting there. And I forgot every reason why I was starting in Georgia, which I did tell him that I have a friend who lives down there and that's why I want to go, but I just think it would be nice to do a continuous hike. And I mean, it would be really convenient to start in Shenandoah because I'm already here, you know. But I don't know, I just want this like traditional thru hike that I've seen everyone vlog about, but my plan B if something happens and I can't get to Georgia is to just start here. So as I was coming off Mary's Rock, two people and their dog were coming up and they also stopped me and asked me if I was thru hiking because they had some friends who had done it and said it was a life-changing experience, and I was like, yeah, I'm working on it really slowly. And they were like, oh well, good luck. I was like, thanks. Realized how many people knew about thru hiking. Alright, just got back down to the first trail marker. I'm gonna go to the Bird's Nest 3 shelter, which is 0.7 that way. So I started hiking at 12. I got up to Mary's Rock at 1:30. I spent like 10, maybe 20 minutes. Now it's 2:20. So that should leave me enough time to go down there and then come back and not be in the dark. But we'll see. I have my headlamp. A lot of trees down up here. I wonder how much are from the ice storms we've had in January. I was trying to get up here, but they kept snowing and icing. I haven't seen any up here, but when I was coming in, the Mary's Rock tunnel had a decent amount of snow around it. But that's all I've seen. Some more great views. This is less than half a mile from the shelter. This looks like a lake, probably. There's this nice little flat area. I didn't know where the trail went at first, but there's a white blaze on that tree there. So you come down like that. Another trail post sign. This says Bird Nest 3 hut is to the right. And there's a spring 0.8 down what looks like a very nice road. But I don't need water, so I'm gonna keep going to the shelter. Here's the first view of the shelter and what looks like the privy. That's like directly on the trail. Ugh. And according to Gut Hook, this used to be a day use shelter. They converted it into an overnight shelter. So this is a privy. Take you inside. I won't show you down in this toilet, but it's just what it looks like. Don't put any trash in there. This is a moldering privy, which is a way of composting. Feel sawdust. This is the open side of the shelter. Looks pretty much like the bird nest too, except they've got the platform in here. A little fireplace. A little map. Some rules. Camping in this hut is for long-term hikers who are out for at least 3 nights. Bears are active in this area. Remember this when you're out in the woods. How to wash your hands in the backcountry. Oh, there's one of the bear pools. They have a little grabber arm. And I guess you just hook it up there and the bears can't get it. There's a fireplace there. Looks like there's another one down there. So that's 3 fireplaces here. This, which probably doesn't work. It's kind of rude. And the trail goes back up that way. Second bear pole. What is this thing? Food storage locker. So I guess if you don't want to or can't hang it, you can put it here. But mice are also supposed to push in, inner latch, and pull. I mean, that's pretty big. Fit a bunch of food in there. Okay, I didn't notice this when I was first looking at the shelter, but what is this? Is this like a shrine to the tree branch? Is this something I want to touch with my hands? Oh, it's a register. Cool. 9-4 Pasta Mike saying hello. I'm not reading all of these, so I hope no one left any like obscene things in here. This is from September. Let's see if there's anything newer. William Addison and Andrew Borders here from University of Michigan. We're on spring break. 2/27. When I was showing this to you, I wasn't looking very closely, but apparently the campsites are a little further up because this is the bear box, and then they're right there. Okay, so the shelter's right there, right? Bear box is over there. Campsites are right here. So they're not super far away. I don't know if each of these are supposed to be one campsite, because it looks like there's only 3 spots, maybe 4. And campfires are not allowed in the Shenandoah backcountry unless there's a fire pit. Right, so that, I think, is everything. I wanted to go Mary's Rock and the shelter, and I did that. So I'm gonna head back to the car. Unless something interesting happens, I'm probably not gonna film it all. I said I wasn't gonna film, and then I immediately thought of something I wanted to say before I forgot. I think this has been a good shakedown hike. This is the first time I've had my pack and all of my stuff in it with some food and water. And honestly, I was feeling a little demoralized when I was coming up from the parking lot because it was just so hard and I had to take so many breaks. And just having a couple people stop me and be like, oh yeah, good luck on your thru hike. I know that's a thing people do. I don't know, it just made me feel better because I'm attempting this thing that not a lot of other people do. And even if I don't make it, that's a pretty good accomplishment. And then probably also helps a little that the AT in Shenandoah is kind of a little flatter than most of the other sections. So the only big climb I've had was the 2 off-trail places I went. I don't know if my pack's too heavy or if it's just because I'm not used to the weight, but it feels like it's sitting very heavily on my shoulders. And maybe that means that's not the right pack for me. Maybe I just need to keep up packing and repacking. I have learned some things, and I haven't died yet, so that's always good. While I'm taking a break, I wanted to attempt to show the gut hook, or far out as it's now called. This little green thing is me. And then if you click on something, it'll tell you it's 0.59 miles back, or there's cliffs 0.5 miles ahead, and then it'll also tell like where exactly you are. So thank you for watching, and see you next week.